made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier, because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. The ongoing saga of the printer here at the station. Multi-million-dollar complex, brand new printer, and it is also possessed by Satan. It's a running joke. I'm sure you have one in your office complex somewhere. You can't make it up. I hope our health is more predictable than that printer. If not, we're in a lot of trouble, you and me. Boy, oh boy. I hope you're having a good day, good start to your day. And here, not so much, but we're doing okay. We have a lot on the menu, and we're going to talk about a couple of things that have been in nutritional disrepute. But all of a sudden today, a couple of studies say that they're redeeming. We'll find out what those two things are. And if I can, let me see what I can do here to figure out what we're going to talk about, because if the printer worked, then I would know exactly every story and study that I want to share with you. So I have to do it by the old-fashioned way and bring it up one document at a time on my computer. So if you're watching the show and you see me divert my eyes downward, it's not that I'm shy and don't want to look at the camera. It's that I have to look at my computer. And you can watch the show at Let's Talk. Everybody laughs at me because I get so cranked on this machine. I turn into a 5-year-old when the machine doesn't work. because how much can any human being take? You can watch the show at letstalknutrition.com and watch a grown adult behave like a child because the printer's not working. But this has been going on. You have to cut me a little slack. I mean, this is not the first time. This goes on all the time. And at some point, you could be a Buddhist monk and you're going to spit on that machine. I've called it every name. Things that my mother would have probably washed my mouth out with soap. So anyhow, these are my travails. If that's all I had to worry about, we'd be okay, right? But we're going to talk about a number of things and watch the show at letstalknutrition.com. You can call the show at 877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number, no charge. And, of course, you can listen to the show on the radio, whether that's in your car, your home, wherever, your garage, wherever you may be listening to the show and whatever you may be doing. The show is syndicated across the U.S., so it does play at different times in different markets. You need to check your local listings. The show originates out of Tampa, Florida at 9 a.m. Eastern and runs till 11 a.m. That's when the show is live. Shows are also on demand at letstalknutrition.com, the audio and the video. Audio at show schedule, the link at the website, and the audio, the video right on the homepage. You'll see. Just click on that, right, John? That's all they need to do. And you can watch the show. As I said, I was alluding to a couple of things that people consume that have been in and out of disrepute. It's interesting to watch the research ebb and flow on these two items. So we'll talk about those two things. And we'll get to this whole idea of taxing unhealthy food. One of the more popular things that politicians and I guess people in the health field talk about in terms of taxing are sodas, different kinds of sodas. The question becomes, does it really work? I mean, that's the question. And this is a punitive measure. I remember a time I went and did some research. A pack of cigarettes cost $0.25. Now, taxing being what it is, they're now up to like $5 or something a pack. $20-some, $30 a carton. Stephen, what did you tell me it is a carton?
They're like around $50 a carton.
Oh, geez. Where am I? $50 a carton. Mm-hmm. Be mindful. They started at 25 cents a pack years ago. Some of you probably remember that. Now they've taxed it to death. You heard Stephen, they're up to like $50 a carton. So much for taxing. People still smoke. Did it work? I mean, do we attribute the decline in smoking to the taxing of the item? I don't know. So we're going to talk about that. I want to get into that a little bit. All right. And you're welcome to call this show. You're encouraged to call the show. I beseech you to call the show with your questions, your comments, your experience. If you have an opinion, a point of view about what I'm talking about, even if it disagrees with mine, that's fine. That's okay. We look for diversity of thought around here and approaches. I am not ideological about any of this for the most part. Some things I have really strong opinions about, but I would like to think they're informed. And you'll see two different, for lack of a way of putting it, modalities that I move in and out of on the show. One is a straight up journalistic modality where I report the news. And then there's commentary. That's not journalism. That's commentary. That's different. Now, sometimes those lines get blurred. If you watch the news, you'll see journalists, even before they start reporting on the study, make some comment about what they're about ready to report that reflects their opinion. Okay, I guess they can do that. So now I'm going to report. There's a study out that's trending, two stories that are studies that are trending this morning. The two things that have been move in and out of nutritional disrepute: coffee and peanuts. Do you eat peanuts with your coffee? Apparently, and this study on coffee comes out of my recollection comes out of I think it's South Korea. If you're watching the show, you'll see a story there from Live Science. 3 to 5 cups of coffee per day may lower heart attack risk. Now, you've heard a lot of reporting and about different studies that say that drinking coffee is not so good. So if you do drink coffee, you have some good news this morning. Consuming a moderate amount, notice the word moderate, of amount of coffee could lower your risk of clogged arteries. Really? Which, of course, you end up with coronary heart disease, then you can end up with a heart attack. The study does come out of Korea. It's South Korea. It really would be breaking news if it came out of North Korea, given the leader of that country. Nevertheless, the study, people in the studio commenting that their mics aren't on. The study of healthy young adults in Korea found that compared with people who didn't drink coffee, those folks that drank 3 to 5 cups of coffee per day had a lower risk of calcium deposits in their coronary arteries. That's what you worry about, because the calcium gets calcified and the arteries lose their flexibility. They become stiff. That's one of the signs of aging. Things that you want to remain pliable become stiff. The things you want to remain hard get soft. I mean, I have a whole series of those contradictions, but that's one of them. Your coronary arteries are critical. They just bring oxygen to the heart muscle. That's all. Those get clogged, you got a real problem. Ask anybody who's had open heart surgery. Be right back. I'll tell you more.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Hi, I'm Jordan Rubin, founder and CEO of Garden of Life. Oceans 3 was created with a simple premise in mind. Develop a line of premium omega-3 fish oil formulations that met or exceeded the market leader in quality, and then go beyond omega-3 by providing amplified benefits and value to the consumer. Oceans 3 contains ultra-pure, high-potency fish oil, along with astaxanthin and fucoxanthin. Each of these ingredients, when taken individually, have superb benefits. When they are combined into the exciting compound omega-xanthin, they work synergistically to amplify their already amazing benefits. In addition to the synergy of omega-xanthin, Oceans 3 offers unrivaled purity and greater value than the leading omega-3 fish oils available today, making the Oceans 3 family of products the best choice for anyone looking to add a healthy dose of omega-3 fats and a giant dose of extraordinary health to their lives.
Medi-C Plus. The C in Medi-C Plus stands for vitamin C, and the plus stands for lysine. Did you know vitamin C is arguably the most important water-soluble antioxidant in the human body? Or that we cannot produce vitamin C on our own like animals do? We need Medi-C Plus to meet our daily needs. Medi-C Plus provides the body with a high concentration of vitamin C and lysine, which work together to build collagen for optimal heart health. Dr. Gifford Jones, graduate of the Harvard Medical School, developed Medi-C Plus after his own heart attack 16 years ago. With the help of Medi-C Plus, Dr. Gifford Jones is now a healthy 91 years old. But Medi-C Plus is not just for heart health. Medi-C Plus also benefits your immune system, vision, promotes healthy skin, provides support for healthy teeth and gums, healthy joints, and much more. So make Medi-C Plus part of your daily routine and enjoy healthy living. Medi-C Plus at your local vitamin discount center and all fine health food stores. You can also order online at mymedi-c.com or call toll-free at 1-844-871-0069. Are you looking for a product that will aid weight loss both safely and naturally? That will stimulate your metabolism and reduce the absorption of fat from food? Then look no further than Right Way Nutrition. As featured on national daytime health shows, Right Way Nutrition is a premium dietary and nutritional supplement provider who believes the best form of encouragement is results. Right Way Nutrition aims to provide customers with the most superior and effective products available. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol does just that. While green coffee bean extract may not be new to the scene, Right Way Nutrition offers a new and improved formula of green coffee bean extract infused with their trademark ingredient Svetol, which is proven to be a vital ingredient for successful weight loss results. Right Way Nutrition provides you with a fast-acting, healthy, effective green coffee bean extract proven to naturally and safely aid weight loss. Your search for the perfect natural weight loss supplement is over. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol will help you reach all your weight loss goals.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening, whatever you may be doing. It's great to be with you. Always enjoy it, really. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun to do this show. We're talking about a very serious thing, your health, what could be more of a priority, right? So I'm reporting on a story that's trending this morning about a study out of Korea, dealing with coffee. It goes back and forth. In this particular study, they found that people had less of a risk of when they had 3 to 5 cups a day of building up calcium deposits in their arteries. That's good news. However, again, this goes back and forth, and it was 3 to 5 cups. The study participants who drank 3 to 4 cups had the lowest risk of developing clogged arteries. But the risk went down with just 1 cup compared with the risk of people who drank no coffee. Even 1 cup could get it done. In the past, it's been believed that drinking coffee makes a person prone to heart issues, such things as heart attacks. But there's been a steadily growing body of evidence to suggest that this coffee drinking habit has either a neutral or beneficial effect on the cardiovascular health of people. There was a previous study. It was a meta-analysis where they looked at 36 different studies, and they found in that meta-analysis, where they looked at all the data from 36 studies, that a moderate amount of coffee consumption was associated with a lower risk of heart disease. There have been yet other studies, too, that have found a link between drinking coffee and a reduced risk for type 2 diabetes. Now, the important conjunctive adverb, however, caffeinated beverages in other studies yet have linked caffeine to an increased risk of LDL cholesterol, this so-called bad cholesterol. Someday I'll talk to you about that. That's all a misnomer. That's not really what's going on, but we'll leave it go for now. And in addition, increased blood pressure. But they said that effect will diminish as they build up a tolerance to the caffeine. The blood pressure will start to go down. In this new study, there were 25,000 men and women who underwent routine examinations. These people had no signs of heart disease. Their average age was about 41 when the study started. They completed questionnaires. They ate and drank. Their eating and drinking habits, including coffee consumption, were recorded. They went under computed tomography, what's called CT scan, to see if any levels of coronary artery calcification had occurred, as was occurring in their arteries, and so on. So this was carefully done. Why did they go through all that trouble? Here's an important point. You can have heart disease and not know it. You can have heart disease for decades and not know it, and then one day you're in the supermarket, on the golf course, or in some moment of whatever, heart attack, and you're gone. And for many people, the first sign of heart disease is death. There's no chance. You don't have a chance. So I'm just saying, this is interesting. It's provocative. I'm not encouraging people to drink coffee. I'm reporting. The average coffee consumption of those in the study was 1.8 cups per day, and 13.4% of all the people in the study had detectable levels of CAC, calcified artery, buildup. I have one coffee in the morning, a triple grande. That's 3 shots. By the way, order a venti There's more caffeine in that Venti than there are in 3 shots, if my memory serves me. I think I remember looking. I asked Starbucks to show me and they'll give it to you, the breakdown of their products. That Venti is jacked with caffeine. Could launch a rocket ship. There's a lot of caffeine in there. Yeah, see, the guys in the studio like that. The findings of this study is concurrent with other recent studies too, by the way. So this is not an artifact, an artifactual result. It seems to be real. By the way, they did not look at decaffeinated. I don't know why. Decaffeinated coffee, I guess people like the taste, but they don't like the effect. And by the way, here's a little trick. If you find yourself drinking coffee and you feel like you're in an airplane with turbulence, what you might do is try some Pharma-GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid. But the Pharma-GABA use natural factors. What it does, it gets you at altitude, but it's a smooth ride. And you take that when you drink your coffee. I've done that, and you still get the effect, but it's a smooth ride instead of a turbulent one. And caffeine, the brain lights up on caffeine. Boy, that circuitry, bing, 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 all the lights go on. You know, you feel that pop. It's nice. I like it. Peanuts. You know, that big bowl of peanuts when you're sitting at your local tavern, throwing back a glass or a pitcher or two, and you're sitting there eating those peanuts. Well, and we've heard all kinds of stories about why peanuts are bad for you. Story trending this morning. Good news for the monkeys, too. They like peanuts, right? I don't like peanuts so much. I like nuts. We'll get into that. This is a case where the fat is good. I'll tell you about that. Little nutritional primer.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
All right, we're back. Printer's now working. Alert the media. Alert the media. I am the media. I'm alerted. What a joke, honestly. Okay, peanuts. By the way, if you have a comment or an idea or a thought about anything that I talk about on this show, don't hesitate to call, or if you have something else that's rolling around in your mind that you've been thinking about or want to ask about, even if you're shy, don't worry. Call the show. Listener friendly. And all the time I've been doing this show, knock on wood, we've never had, a bad call where, the caller's insane or the host wigs out. That never happens. We're grateful. We're grateful about that. What were you going to say, John?
That's because you're right on everything you talk about. So,
well, I don't know. Listen, a lot of this stuff is up for debate and research and inquiry. That's what's sort of nice about all this. I know we like to have things lined up, like the Greek-Roman columns, all lined up in a straight line. Things are black and white. We would like the world to be like that, but turns out in the world, especially in the world of nutrition,
everybody has opinion on that.
Yeah, and you look for the data. Show me the data. Where does the thrust of the data lead you? And sometimes that's all you got to go on. And you go back and forth, and the consumer gets confused, and they don't know, should I take vitamin E or should I not take vitamin E? Should I drink coffee or should I not drink coffee? There's one principle that you can always count on to keep you, if things aren't clear, to keep you on the right track one way or another, and that's the principle of moderation. I know it's not exciting to talk about moderation, but that's what the body's trying to do. The body is constantly trying to be moderate and stay in balance and homeostasis. That is one of the body's main agendas each and every single day, to keep all the different systems of your body homeostatic. That is, in balance. One way to operationalize or define disease is to understand then that the body is out of balance. Something has gone wrong. And homeostasis is not achieved. And what does the body try to do? It tries to get back to homeostasis, or otherwise heal itself so it can. And so what do we try to do? With our diet and lifestyle, along with medical science and even, yes, from time to time, pharmaceuticals, along with nutraceuticals, help the body heal itself so it can get back to balance. And as you often hear me say, no nutraceutical, no pharmaceutical heals the body. No therapy heals the body. The body ultimately heals itself. It's by biology. All we're trying to do is assist it and not interfere in a way that undermines it. And it gets a little paradoxical from time to time because you'll try a therapy. Oftentimes, it's a pharmaceutical therapy that on the one hand will help bring about a good result, but puts the body out of homeostasis in another aspect. Those are called side effects. So it is, I wish it would, well, maybe I don't wish it was so clear, crystal clear, and, black and white. That's not life. That's not the world. That's not the world of health, wellness, well-being, or the world of nutrition, for that matter. Which brings me to peanuts. And yet, here again, one day people say, don't eat peanuts. And, recently there was a study came out with it. I reported on it, trended few days ago, where they said that when children were fed nuts, early on in life, little by little, those children had less of a tendency to develop allergies, nut allergies, which is counterintuitive. The standing and prevailing view has been, keep your children away from nuts. If they have, if you have some sort of genetic predisposition for allergy, don't have them get even near the nuts. Now, see, it's changing again. But nevertheless, coming out of Vanderbilt, nice school, good research. Coming out of Vanderbilt University Medical Center, the researchers at Vanderbilt took a look at the correlation, or otherwise association, between nut and peanut consumption and mortality. If you're watching the show at letstalknutrition.com, you'll see the news release. And then you'll see a photo there. You see the nuts in the shell, right? And the population, or the sample for the study, was low-income, racially diverse population, and found that when people consumed peanuts, there were fewer deaths. This is interesting because, again, it runs counter to a body of work that says otherwise. This study was published in the Journal of the American Medical Association's Internal Medicine. Nice journal, pretty prestigious. Here's what one of the researchers, Dr. Shu, said, quote, involved in the study. Nuts are rich in nutrients such as unsaturated fatty acids, fiber, vitamins, phenolic antioxidants, arginine, and other phytochemicals. All he said there is true. All of these compounds, nutrients, are known to be beneficial to cardiovascular health. He's right again. Probably through their antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and endothelial function maintenance properties. Endothelium is the lining inside the arteries, for example. Research has previously shown a connection between nut consumption and lower mortality. Those studies focused on high-income Caucasian populations. This study focused on low-income, ethnically diverse population. And this was the study was the first to discover that all races, blacks, whites, Asians alike, could definitely, potentially, notice that contradiction, increase heart health by increasing nuts and peanuts. Thought just occurred to me. Going back to my previous report, the first story I reported on. What do Americans consume that is the source of most of their antioxidants? Think about that. When I come back, I'll tell you the answer. Where do most Americans get most of their antioxidants? You'll be surprised when I tell you. Here's a cautionary note about nuts. They have a little better than 2.5 times more calories per gram than protein and carbs. Nuts have 9 calories per gram because they're fat, and carbs and protein have 4 calories per gram. So you got to watch with the nuts.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Did you know that the most common form of calcium supplement today is calcium carbonate, also known as limestone? You don't eat rocks as part of your balanced diet, so why would you choose to supplement your bone health nutritional needs with limestone? Our bodies understand and seek whole food sources of nutrition. New Chapter is proud to deliver Bone Strength Take Care, a calcium complex that delivers key bone health nutrients in the form of whole food, not rocks. Bone Strength Take Care also delivers key bone nourishing nutrients, including vitamins D3 and K2. Vitamin K2 is of critical importance as it ensures calcium is placed in the bone where it's needed and stays out of the arteries where it's not. Discover for yourself the whole food bone health alternative to rocks. Bone Strength Take Care, the best-selling natural bone health supplement in America. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Did you know your digestive tract is home to millions of bacteria? Some good, some not so good. And if you want to stay healthy, it's important to make sure that your body is populated with the good bacteria it needs. Probiotic Defense contains 13 of today's most effective friendly bacteria strains, along with other compounds shown in studies to support healthy digestion and immune system function. Don't settle for low-potency, overpriced formulas. Ask for Now Foods Probiotic Defense with the bright orange label. To find a retailer near you, go to nowfoods.com.
What are you doing this month? If you suffer from stiff joints, you can do something special. You could try new Flex Now Joint Formula. Flex Now offers you complete relief in just 1 month or a complete refund. Flex Now is a unique concentration of shea nut triterpenes, the most potent inflammation fighter of any botanical, and it's only when inflammation is reduced that your body begins to heal. Try new Flex Now Joint Formula and make this the month you get rid of stiff joints. Ask for Flex Now at Vitamin Discount Center and other leading natural product stores.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Hi, I'm Kate. I try to eat a healthy diet, but the irony of eating healthy foods, like broccoli or beans, is that even though they're healthy for us, they can still cause occasional digestive upsets. That's why I take a Digest Smart high-potency enzyme with every meal. Digest Smart is from Renew Life, the digestive care experts. It's the first digestive enzyme certified by Izyme, the International Enzyme Testing Program. Each capsule provides a full spectrum of 25 powerful plant-based raw enzymes to break down each major food group, including carbs, fats, proteins, and fiber. Digest Smart enzymes also feature targeted delivery capsules to reach your intestines, where 90% of digestion occurs. Digest Smart promotes more complete breakdown of the foods you eat and optimizes nutrient availability. Plus, it helps ease digestive upsets and supports your overall digestive health. Now that's really smart. Digest Smart is from the makers of Ultimate Flora Probiotics, and both are available in health food stores everywhere.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natural Factors, where great health begins. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
So, you know the answer to my question. What is the number one way in which Americans get their antioxidants? Answer: coffee. That I just reported on. I'm going to come back to coffee in a minute. But continuing with the nuts. This study was interesting. I around our house, when my mom was alive, not so much. I've kept most of the habits that she taught me over the years, but especially during the holidays, I'm sure you do this too. But even year round, there's always a bowl or a basket, of nuts, Brazilian nuts, walnuts, all kinds of nuts in the basket with a nutcracker. And that's part of the Mediterranean way of eating. Nuts are wonderful. They are high in fat, good fat, but they're loaded in calories. Remember what I said? 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. 1 gram of protein or carbohydrate is 4 calories. So they are abundant in calories. That's because of the fat. Fat runs at a higher calorie rate, as I just expressed. Other than that, you just have to exercise a little discipline when you eat them. And they do have fat, but it's a good fat, and you want it in your diet. So the study was very encouraging, and they looked at peanuts of all things, which are some people consider, sort of the low end of the nut spectrum. There's better nuts than peanuts. But in this study, they found that peanut consumption was associated with a reduced total mortality and cardiovascular disease mortality in predominantly low-income black and white populations in the United States and among Chinese men and women living in Shanghai, Dr. Xu said. Previous studies have shown that more affluent white Caucasian populations also benefit from nuts. They wanted to look at lower socioeconomic status groups and ethnic groups to see if it's still that finding obtained. This was the first study they claimed to do that. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK is a toll-free number. You may have some ideas about nuts. I usually put walnuts, by the way, are fabulous. Very good. I love Brazil nuts. Of course, getting into the shell is another matter. I remember kids, we were sometimes we even tried to use our teeth. What were we thinking? But I'm going to go back to coffee for a second. It does merit another look. There was a study that came out of I remember reporting on this study. Came out of the University of Scranton. And they found that coffee was the number one source of antioxidants in the U.S. diet. They reported those findings at the 230th National Meeting of the American Chemical Society. That's the world's largest, by the way, scientific society. And Dr. Joe Vincent said, Americans get more of their antioxidants from coffee than any other dietary source. That's remarkable. That's a great quiz question. Fruits and vegetables are generally promoted as being rich in antioxidants. This is true. But that finding, when it was reported at the time, was surprising because at the time, it was the first time that coffee was shown to be the primary source from which most Americans get their antioxidants. It's a darn good thing that there are some antioxidants in coffee. Other than making you feel good, there's also another health benefit in that it's rich in antioxidants. Both caffeinated and decaffeinated versions in the study seem to provide similar antioxidant levels. So it's not the caffeine where the antioxidants are associated. It's the other compounds. So if you have some cognitive dissonance about drinking coffee, maybe I've moderated it just a little bit with this kind of reporting. Dr. Vinson said that antioxidants in general have been linked to a number of health benefits. He's right about that, including protection against heart disease and cancer. For Dr. Vinson's study, they analyzed the antioxidant content of more than 100 different items, including vegetables, fruits, nuts, spices, oils, and other common beverages. They looked at a range of nutritional categories. And then they looked at the data compared to an existing United States Department of Agriculture database, and then the contribution of each type of food item to the average estimated U.S. per capita consumption. And that they did that kind of analysis and ended up at the end of the day saying, you know what? This is the number one way in which Americans get their antioxidants. Chocolate, by the way, the coffee outranked even tea, milk, chocolate, and cranberries. See, those things taste good, but coffee gives you that bump that these other foods don't necessarily give you in the way that coffee does it. It's the caffeine. That's a separate compound. Caffeine is not an antioxidant. Caffeine is a stimulant. The brain likes caffeine. My brain likes it. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. I was not around at the time, but we can take a look at history. And there was a period in our history when the government decided, and this is interesting, I mean, when you look at this, the federal government decided that they were going to prohibit people, when you even use the word, when you start saying, we're going to prohibit people from doing what? Drinking alcohol. We're going to ban alcohol. What? Were they nuts? And we had this period of prohibition. Didn't work out so well. I've always believed if you use punishment as a way to change behavior, it usually doesn't work out. And they thought, well, we'll impose morality upon this culture, this society, because drinking, leads to bad things. I'm not so sure that they did it because they thought it was bad for people's health. I think I'll have to look closer. Some of you may know more about that history than I. If you do, please call the show and share. I suspect a lot of that was very religious and morality driven. Elliot Ness and his boys. Come back. We have a lot more to talk about, a lot more things to consider. So go ahead. Eat your peanuts, drink your coffee, have a good time.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zen.
Viewpoints and promises made during the following program are not those of WHNZ AM, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier. Because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
It's great to be with you. Thanks for stopping by in this portion of Let's Talk Nutrition. Whether you're listening or watching, and you can watch at letstalknutrition.com. If you use Internet Explorer, you may have to refresh your page to trigger the video portion. Something about Internet Explorer. You hear me talk a lot on this show about biology and behavior. And they go together, and sometimes they work well together and sometimes not so much. The behavioral part, just want to focus on that for a moment, deals with habits. And dietary habits are like other kinds of habits where over time, they become ingrained, they're learned early on, and can have serious consequences one way or another as to what will happen with your life and what you're doing at the moment, your decision making, and so on. Your dietary habits begin early in life. I've always believed, based on my training in the social sciences, that punishment is not a good way to change people's behavior. Now, you may have grown up at a time where corporal punishment was a technique or method whereby to modify, otherwise change, a child's behavior. Over time, the whole idea of corporal punishment has moved out of the mainstream. Some parents certainly, they will say, I reserve the right to spank my child. Now, my father, God rest his soul, he was one of the best human beings I've ever known. Was inclined to, he was Polish, he was an immigrant, Eastern European. What do you think? Born in the 1920s. Came from a tradition where corporal punishment was exercised. And I went to school, went to Catholic school, got spanked. And in growing up, my dad did from time to time, he meant well. Wasn't malicious. And I'm not criticizing my father. But I learned that it's not a good way to change people's behavior. Punishment typically doesn't work. And punishment takes many different forms. One of which is physical punishment. There can be psychological punishment, and there can be financial punishment. As you've heard me say ad nauseum on this show, we are in the grips of an obesity epidemic. I don't say that to be hyperbolic. I'm reporting. That is a stone cold fact, and it's not abating, and it's causing great concern. We're distracted with other things at the moment, terrorism and economic issues of one sort, and this particular issue once in a while gets pushed up into the mainstream, and it gets a lot of focus, then it disappears, comes back. Then you have people such as myself who are obsessed with the issue because I know what the consequences are going to be if we don't get this thing managed. And there are many other experts out there that are of the same mind and have the same passion about it. As serious as this is, I do not think that punishing people to change their behavior so they lose weight is what we need to do. Education has nothing to do with punishment. It shouldn't. Well, I'm going to beat you so you study. Really? Okay. So now you make a correlation between pain and studying, and what are you going to be intend to do? You're going to associate studying with pain, and it's not going to work. We're human. We get conditioned. This is called in psychology, it's called learning, conditioning. Skinner wasn't all wrong. Not altogether. I think he went a little too far, but he wasn't all wrong. And when you start conditioning people that way, yet bad things will happen. And so now there's a movement afoot where people believe that governments, even private institutions, believe that we got to do something about this obesity epidemic. And so one of the things we need to do is focus in on the usual nutritional suspects that you will find in the lineup, such as cookies, crackers, cakes, chips, colas, sodas is one that stands in the lineup that they immediately identify and say, let's tax it. Let's tax soda consumption. We'll do to sodas what we did to cigarettes. We'll make it so financially burdensome for people to buy it that they won't drink it. Here's an observation. I don't know if you've seen it. I have seen homeless people smoking cigarettes at $5 a pack. They're homeless. And when you look at them, these poor souls are in desperate shape and condition. Somehow, some way, they were able to put together the money, or they begged for the cigarettes or whatever. But I've seen them with packs of cigarettes. I don't know how they acquired them. I don't know if they purchased them or somebody gave them to them. But if they purchased them, being homeless and destitute didn't stop them from finding a way to buy the cigarettes. So much for taxing is my point. That's an extreme example. Maybe it's inappropriate. I don't know. You get my point, though. And so now we got a study coming out of Monash University. And so this is now where I'm blending journalism with being a pundit or a commentator. Lines get a little blurred here. Nevertheless, this study occurred in Australia, and the headline on the study, and I'll see if John will find that for me and put it up on the screen. Soda drink tax, the headline is, could improve health of the nation. And what you're seeing on your screen is the press release from Monash University. It's a good university. And they said that an excise tax on sugar-sweetened drinks would be an effective way to improve the health of heavy consumers, meaning overweight and obese people. These Australian researchers compared the impact that a 20% sales tax and a 20 cents per liter excise tax on beverages such as carbonated non-diet soft drinks, cordials, and fruit drinks would have on moderate and high consumers. If you were just to look at this study, you would be persuaded that this is a good idea. I have mixed feelings about this. I am not sure that taxing people with a 20% increase in the soda caused by an excise tax is going to stop them from buying it or drinking it. Come back, I'm going to tell you, I'll share with you more, and I'll report on some other studies that say soda taxes do little to decrease obesity. This is one of those cases where there is no black and white, and it's all over the place.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Index of any food or meat.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace for a good night's rest naturally.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening, whatever you may be doing. If you're watching at letstalknutrition.com, you're now joining the ever-growing audience, viewing audience for LTN. I'm going to get back to this story about taxing soft drinks, and I'll report on it, then I'll give you my opinion as well. But we have a caller in Palm Harbor, Florida. She waited through that last segment. I don't like to leave callers hanging out there in the ether, so I'm going to bring her on. Mildred, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. You had a question about gluten?
Yes, I do. It says, myth, this is from a magazine, myth, gluten-free foods are healthier. Truth, processed gluten-free foods often contain sugar, fat, and salt to make up for the gluten, which adds chewiness to foods. Mm-hmm. Compared with most regular brand gluten-free types are not usually fortified with iron or essential vitamins.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. Well, you know, I appreciate your bringing this up. Mm-hmm. And right now, there is an ever-growing trend for people to adopt this gluten-free diet.
Correct.
Now, this is interesting. Things like breads, cakes, pizza, pasta, beer contain gluten. Gluten's a protein. It's everywhere. And, you know, you have famous movie stars and celebrities like Gwyneth Paltrow, Miley Cyrus, and so on, going on a gluten-free diet. A decade or more ago, Mildred, the only people who knew about gluten were people who suffered from celiac disease, which is an autoimmune disease, and their doctors told them that they had an intolerance to gluten, and that those were the only people that really were dealing with this. Now, you got, I don't know how many millions of Americans that will not eat any grain-based foods. And, you know, I don't know. So why, you know, they sort of get people. I've had people come up to me and say, well, I'm on a gluten-free diet. And I say, well, do you have celiac disease? No. Why are you on a gluten-free diet? Well, because sometimes they can give me an answer and sometimes they can't.
Right.
Right? And according to the FDA, gluten refers to the protein that occurs naturally in rye, barley, cross breeds of those grains. Mm-hmm. What gluten does, it gives dough. Like when you're in New York or someplace in New Jersey, someplace, and you see the guy in the window throwing up the pizza, you know, he throws it in the air and he catches it. The reason why he's able to do that, because the gluten is what makes the dough stretch. That's one of the things that gluten does.
It explains all in this article. I wish you could read it.
Okay.
It's 4 pages, and it's they quote a lot of doctors, specialists, in them. I mean, it's not just written by anybody.
I understand. It's they go back and forth in the article. I'm sure you have some who say yes to this and some who say no. You know, you have and I respect him, by the way, Dr. Perlmutter in Fort Myers. He has a book out. I don't know I can't remember the name of it. It's a new book. He talks about staying away from gluten altogether. Everybody. Right. And then you have Dr. William Davis, who wrote Wheat Belly, and I've seen Dr. Davis on TV, and he's smart too, and he's saying, I'm telling you, people, stay away from wheat because wheat has gluten in it. Now,
Well, this is quoted like Dr. Murray from the Mayo Clinic in Rochester.
Yeah.
All these, these doctors that are, from
they're prestigious.
Good background.
Yes, of course.
Anyway, the article, if you want to read it, it's about 4 pages, so I certainly can't quote it to you.
No, it's not, and you don't need to. But you see, you raise a good point, and we have to be careful about these trends. If you don't have celiac, now some people will go on a gluten-free diet. They don't have celiac disease, and they say, "I feel better."
That's right.
Well, now that could be a placebo effect. It could be that they had a gluten intolerance and didn't know, or who knows? I don't know. But they say they feel better. Well, if you feel better and you lose weight, and you're trying to lose weight, you go on a gluten-free diet, then have at it. But to go on a gluten-free diet because every Tom, Dick, and Nutritional Harry is doing that is not the reason to go on a gluten-free diet. If you're persuaded by Dr. Perlmutter or Dr. Davis, you read their books. And if a person is persuaded, they look at the science. And if they're not quoting the studies, what are the studies to show? That's what you got to look for. What studies show me the data?
Right.
And if you find that if the doctor's making an argument and the doctor can cite chapter and verse, one study, one clinical trial after another that says gluten-free versus a gluten-filled diet, and he shows the differences, you could be persuaded by that. I don't eat a gluten-free diet, and I do okay. I do notice, though, and I've done this is in the past because I not done this recently. Years and years ago, when I was eating more grains, more bread, would put on weight. That I do know. So if I eat grains, they are whole grains, not whole wheat, whole grains. But I do it in very strict moderation, even less than moderate. I mean, I'm once in a while. So my point is, if your diet is relatively healthy at the moment and you don't have celiac disease, maybe you don't go on a gluten-free diet. But I would recommend that you read Dr. Perlmutter, Dr. Davis, and others and see what they say. Are you convinced by their arguments? See, that's why I love this show. You got listeners out there that think about these things. Hi, this is Dr. Michael Garko.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition, on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And we're about halfway through this portion of the Let's Talk Nutrition. And this is why I really do encourage you to call. Mildred in Palm Harbor, Florida called. She was asking about gluten-free diets, gluten, and she was reading an article where doctors in the article were going back and forth, these experts. Let me see if I'll see if I can get back to this. I think this is really important. I'll get back to this business of taxing soft drinks in a minute. Let me see if I can put some context around some of this. As far as I can tell, looking at different articles and in the past and more recently, humans have been involved with the growing and consumption of grains for about 100,000 years, maybe a little more, give or take. Now, our ancient ancestors lived in areas of the world where fresh food was available 12 months a year. These were the hunter-gatherers. This was long before agriculture was in the picture. Hunter-gatherers were not farmers, period. What did they eat? Vegetables, fruits, roots, meats. That's what was available. They had the hunter-gatherers, that was their primary source of food. Agriculture was nowhere around. They didn't know about farming. Then things happened. You have the confluence of several factors coming together. Climate change at the time, causing all kinds of shifts in the way people had to live. Migration of different tribes of people and new food gathering methods. So humans had to find some way where they couldn't just hunt and gather anymore. They had to find a way to store nutrients for a period of time. It became a necessity when no fresh foods were available, because as people started to roam the planet and migrate and move from different places because they had to, conditions on the ground were different. Seeds, such as cereal grains, it occurred to humans, I guess, our ancestors, to solve this problem. Then it led to seed storage. Grains were among the first cultivated crops. Cultivated. That's when agriculture was introduced. I have some friends who are anthropologists and who go into cultures today and study agriculture, the agricultural habits of certain tribes and whatnot. They actually live with these people most of the time. We're still learning about this. Turns out that the grains were not as tasty to these people or beneficial as the fresh fruits and vegetables and meats that they would hunt and gather. But they could be grown relatively easy, relatively speaking. And they could farm them in greater quantities, and then they could store them during the winter. The agricultural development occurred about 10,000 years ago. That's when farming came into the picture, 10,000 years ago. When you think about that, that is a very small cut of time in the 500,000 year or so span that humans have been, our ancestors have been roaming the earth. So it's not as if all of a sudden grains appeared out of nowhere. Now, that's some context. Now, turns out that humans have gotten along quite all right for all this time eating certain grains and their derivatives. If you would pay attention to modern world and society right now, all it's being reported, you're saying, why is it that all these people now are reporting celiac disease, all these gastrointestinal diseases, and so on? Was it before? Was it the reason that before it was just underdiagnosed and underreported? Is it that people are eating more of these foods? Is it something about the way we're growing these grains? Is there something about these grains that are different from the other grains? What the farming techniques? Is it the pesticides, fertilizers? What's going on here? When you read Dr. Perlmutter's book, Grain Brain, or Dr. Davis's book, Wheat Belly, you're inclined to believe that grains should have never been introduced into the human scheme of diet and nutrition. Well, the fact of the matter is, we've been eating them for thousands of years. And so maybe it was a habit that was a bad habit that shouldn't have started, was created out of necessity. Certainly kept our ancestors alive. What you have to look for when you come into these kinds of situations is look for the data. When you read these books, and I respect Dr. Perlmutter. I do. Dr. Perlmutter is great. Smart, insightful, reasonable. He's good. He's very good. Read his book. I have not read The Grain Brain, so I can't comment. I don't know what studies he's citing. If I had to guess, he probably cites quite a few. And I want to look at the data. What are the clinical trials telling us? Dr. Davis as well, Wheat Belly. Do I think having a diet that's high in grains is a good idea? No. And nor do I think having a diet that's high in one macronutrient or another is a good idea either. It goes back to the principle that I talked about earlier in the show, which is moderation. In my studies and training in nutrition, I'm telling you, moderation constantly is emphasized, constantly. It serves as the check and balance as to what we're doing. Just because protein is good doesn't mean that you need to eat 300 grams of it a day and you only weigh 150 pounds. Water's good too. Too much of it ends up you drown. So these are simple-minded examples, but the point is it's moderation, and sometimes it's not clear. If you feel better in not eating a diet heavy in grains, by God, don't do it. But I am not one to tell people, well, go on a gluten-free diet. People ask me, I'm on the Paleolithic diet. I say, are you now? And why are you on that diet? Because that's the way our ancestors ate. The modern Paleolithic rendition that I see doesn't reflect what our ancestors ate. And I don't eat the Paleolithic diet. Is it a good diet? It's better than eating cookies, crackers, cakes, chips, and colas. But there may be a healthy diet out there, and that could be one of them, but it may not be suitable for you. You have to find one that's suitable for you, the food that you like, the food that will make a difference for you, that you feel it, see it, experience it. Come back, I'll have the LTN Health question.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against free radical damage, supports heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Jarrow Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Jarrow Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best and highly absorbable bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Hi, I'm Kate. When I asked my health food store to recommend a natural solution to improve my digestive health, they suggested their best-selling probiotic, Ultimate Flora Critical Care. It has 50 billion live probiotic cultures in every capsule. I was surprised to learn that a poor diet, aging, and even stress can deplete our bodies of billions of good bacteria. That's why I take one Ultimate Flora Critical Care probiotic a day to help maintain my digestive balance, support my immune health, and help keep me regular. And my mother takes Ultimate Flora Senior Formula. It's formulated to help adults 50 and older maintain good digestive health too. It's the Ultimate Flora difference that sold me. Each high-potency, once-daily formula includes strains that are scientifically studied for their specific health benefits. Plus, the delayed-release capsules protect the probiotics from harsh stomach acid. Ultimate Flora probiotics are available at health food stores everywhere. From Renew Life, the digestive care experts.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971. And we believe integrity should always be our number one ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natural Factors, where great health begins. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Kyolic. Aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas. Superior nutrition and formulation. Country Life. A leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN Health Question of the Day, sponsored by VDC. Excuse me, no sponsor for that. LTN Health Question of the Day, period, where you win a $25 gift card. Here's the question. I gave the answer earlier in the show. What food source serves as the most antioxidant? Let me put it this way. What do Americans consume that provides them most of their antioxidants? What do Americans consume that provides them most of their antioxidants? A, fruits and vegetables. B, coffee. Or C, barbecue. Which of the following is the source by which most Americans get most of their antioxidants? A, fruits and vegetables. B, coffee. Or C, barbecue. 877-897-8255. You have to have a sense of humor about this. 877-897-8255. That's toll free. If you have the correct answer, you'll win a $25 supplement gift card. What is it? Fruits and vegetables, coffee, or barbecue? Which one of those is the source that from which most Americans get their antioxidants? See, Mildred asked the question and got me going and gave me an opportunity, and I didn't plan on talking about this. When she asked about gluten. And it took me down a run. I gave you some history about farming and how agriculture and then the growing of crops and why that happened. And that wasn't until about 10,000 years ago. So we've been consuming grains for a long time. That doesn't necessarily mean it was a good idea. Because if you read Dr. Perlmutter, Dr. Davis, and others, they're saying wheat belly, grain brain. I mean, they're covering all parts of the anatomy here and talking about the deleterious consequences from eating a lot of grain. I myself, this is anecdotal, I know that in the past, if I ate too much grain-based foods, I gained weight. It tends to spike it tends to spike blood glucose levels and insulin levels because it's a carbohydrate. Again, moderation. Do I think eating some whole grain, having a piece of whole grain bread from time to time, dark bread that's unprocessed pretty much, well, it's processed. The minute that humans touch it and start to play with it, it's processed. Do I think that that's going to kill you? No, I don't. Do I think a steady diet of it is a good idea? Probably not. That's my take on it from what I know. I wouldn't recommend it, especially if you're trying to lose weight. I need to read Dr. Perlmutter's book and Dr. Davis. I've looked at Dr. Davis's book. I need to read both of those in full to get, a sense of what they're arguing. As if I don't have enough, I have all the time in the world to read everything else that I'm reading. But nevertheless, I'll put those on my list. Let's go to Bradenton. Scott, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Scott, where do you think most Americans get their antioxidants from? Do you think they get it from fruits and vegetables, coffee, or barbecue?
Crazy enough, they're getting it from coffee.
I know. Isn't that odd? They could get it from fruits and vegetables, but you know what? They're drinking more coffee than they're eating fruits and vegetables. So congratulations, Scott. You won a $25 supplement gift card.
Great. Thank you. I appreciate all your help.
It's my pleasure to do it, and thank you for listening, Scott. We value your listenership. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My pleasure. I didn't even get to the soda taxing business. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, where the argument I was going to make is that taxing food items to get people to be compliant or otherwise change their behavior so that they don't gain weight, I don't know about that. I just don't think I just don't think it works. And nobody's going to persuade me that people have, that the smoking rate has gone down because the taxes have gone up. There has been an incessant decade after decade of campaigning to get people to quit smoking. Now I understand that the younger generation, the new generation, they're becoming smokers. And by the way, in third world countries, they're smoking like nobody's business. So these tobacco companies are doing, they may not sell it here. They are selling it other places. I don't know if the Marlboro Man is walking around some other cultures in the commercials. I don't know what they're doing. But I just don't think, I always go back to the example of children. Raising children with a punitive model is, in my opinion, is not a good idea. And I was raised, as I told you, my dad was inclined, he would warm up my behind from time to time. Not that I didn't deserve it, but, he was well-intentioned, and I'm not criticizing my father, but I don't think that that's a good idea. I just don't like it. When somebody puts their hands on you or uses an object to punish you, it just doesn't even sound right to me. Now, I know some people believe in it, and parents say, I reserve the right to do that. And I respect that. My opinion doesn't make it, that's what I think the world should be. It's just how I feel about it. And I think the best way to change people's behavior is to encourage them, to motivate them, to give them good reasons, to try to educate them, to work with them, to indicate to them, point out the challenges of changing behavior. This is hard stuff, man. If it were so easy, my God, we wouldn't have. If this were so easy, we wouldn't be. There would be no reason for this show. We can't get people to lose weight. We're failing abysmally at that job. We are not successful because it's so complicated. It's not just calories in, calories out. It's the relationship with food. It's what you eat, why you eat, when you eat, with whom you eat, and so on and so on. The culture that you're in, the people that surround you. The food that you ate as a child, the habits that you now have. So we work at it on this show, little by little. Once in a while, we have a spark of light and we have some success. So we'll keep after it. And why do we want to do that? Because your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable?